Sorry, a lot of background first. After being married for 22 years, I found out my husband was having an affair with a younger woman at his workplace for the last 18 months. I found out because he was fired from his high-paying executive position for sexual harassment, as reported by this same woman. We are now seeing a marriage therapist to see if we can salvage our marriage. Here is my problem. Last Christmas, our son had open heart surgery, and holidays were a blur. I worked my butt off to make sure everyone had their Christmas list completed before the surgery. Typically, my husband and I do not exchange Christmas gifts, but we do stockings for each other. Last year, he got me absolutely nothing. Not even a spatula or piece of candy for my stocking. I had to do my own stocking. I was quietly crushed, and it was the worst Christmas ever. I found out that last year, my husband took this other woman to the mall and purchased her a pair of high-end shoes for $1,000. Sickening to me, especially since I didn't receive a thing from him. We are trying to move forward. He is so apologetic, and I believe genuinely feels bad for what has been done to our relationship. So this year for Christmas, he seemed excited he was getting me gifts. I thought for sure he would hit it out of the park, and I would be getting something pretty impressive. I opened a pair of huge black diamond stud earrings and a matching necklace. At first glance, I thought he must have spent a fortune, but when looking closer, I could see inclusions in the earrings quite easily. He told me he purchased them at Zales, so I had to look. These earrings have a clarity of 13, the worst, and cost about $250. The necklace about $600. Now, I don't want to appear shallow here. I am usually fairly frugal, but my husband can be as well. He has purchased me some awesome jewelry in the past, long ago now. I know he is capable. I know he also just lost his job, but money isn't the issue here. We are well enough off for him to be able to retire after all this. He is 65. I, F24, was cheated on by my M27 boyfriend of 5 years, the man I swore I would marry. I want to start by saying that I am leaving him. I'm just in shock and trying to process what happened. I just found out that he had a one-night stand with a girl he met on Hinge. I feel blindsided, but I also know that part of this is my fault. I moved away 2 years ago for a job opportunity, and that's when we started our long-distance relationship. I'll be the first to admit that I messed up. Our relationship had been really rocky over the past year. A few months ago, I made a Hinge account. The only explanation I have is that I was lonely and seeking attention. The distance was affecting us both, and we were in a really dark place. He eventually found out about my Hinge account and saw my messages with another guy. That changed everything. I had no intention of actually meeting up or sleeping with anyone. I was just looking for some kind of validation, I guess. But from that moment on, my boyfriend became different. He started constantly checking my phone, and eventually he also made a Hinge account. I found out about it pretty quickly, and he claimed he only did it because he was hurt and wanted to understand why I had done it. Things only got worse after that, and our arguments became a daily occurrence. Then, to my surprise, I got a message from a girl asking if I was with him. She told me she had slept with him and that they had met on Hinge when he had the account. In the 5 years we were together, he had never been unfaithful until now. Everything changed when I moved away. He always told me that the day I left was the day I decided to leave him. He says he's broken, that he never felt good enough for me. He told me that my words hurt him deeply, especially when I compared him to his deadbeat father during arguments. I know I've said things that were cruel, and I admit I haven't been perfect. He was also struggling with family issues, and he felt like I was never there for him. But no matter how bad things got, I would have never cheated. I'm confused, angry, and blaming myself for a lot of this. He's breaking, and I do feel for him. But there's no turning back from this. A couple of months back, someone cheated on their girlfriend with me. The whole time we were seeing each other, they told me they had broken up, and that the relationship was done and dusted. Mind you, they still hadn't deleted pictures on social media with that person for the reason that the girlfriend was emotionally blackmailing them. I ended things once I had given this person ample opportunities to come clean to me, do things the right way, but they just didn't. They kept lying to me, hiding things from me, giving me the hot and cold treatment the entire time, not caring enough about my emotions and feelings. Basically, they played me. At one point, I even told them that best would be if they just got back with their girlfriend, mended things with her. Because this is too toxic and I cannot handle the lying. They asked me to tone it down since they said they had broken up. They tried to mend things with me, saying they'll be better at being honest. But I had decided that was that and ended it. A week later of me ending things, they got back together, if we are to assume they ever broke up in the first place, with their girlfriend. Finding this fact made me go through hell. I questioned everything and whether any of it was real, and what the fuck just happened. They threw a party with their girlfriend for office people and didn't invite me. It was obvious to others that something's wrong since we were evidently very close and everyone knew that. Moreover, after I had ended things, they sent me a message saying that they are ending things with me because their girlfriend isn't fine with us talking to each other, lol. This incident has traumatized me so badly that it's been a little over 5 months since I ended things, and I still perpetually stalk the two assholes to see IDK what? The mere thought of a romantic relationship, attachment, commitment, closeness scares the living shit out of me. I feel there's nothing lovable about me. IDK if I sound like an arse, but I really want karma to hit them. It cannot be possible that their life's going on unaffected while I sit here dealing with the aftermath of the disaster of an interpersonal relationship that it was. I feel sleepy 24/7, and this is not even an exaggeration, and when I sleep all I get are nightmares. The way this thing has affected me is beyond me. I have been with my man for almost 19 years, and he is the father of my children. We have been through so much together, addiction, fighting to get our kids back, and despite everything, we always came out strong. Or so I thought. I truly believed we were in the best place we had been in a long time. Our relationship seemed solid, and our sex life was great. But now, looking back, I don't know how I could have thought that. Over the past 2 years, I've discovered that he had been talking to other women, and even went as far as trying to meet up with a few. Thankfully, he got scammed out of his money before anything happened. He eventually confessed that he thinks he's a sex addict. He told me that the thrill of meeting a random woman and having sex excited him, and since I wasn't interested in a threesome, he decided to explore that side of himself anyway. When I say I was devastated, words cannot even begin to describe it. I would do anything for this man. I have loved him more than anything. He was my best friend. Now I feel completely broken. He now says he made a huge mistake. He swears that while he talked to other women and had multiple accounts on different sites, he never actually went through with it. He thought I would never leave him, no matter what. He also admitted that during this time he had relapsed and was using drugs again. He says he's back on track with his sobriety and is making a real effort to fix what he did, but I'm really struggling. When I found out, my world was completely turned upside down. He tries to justify it by saying there were no emotions involved, that he wasn't trying to replace me, but sex is full of emotions. Did he really think I would just be okay with it? I'm trying to move forward with him, but I don't trust him at all. I am consumed by this. I have random triggers that bring it all back, and I'm so angry that he could do this to me. He says, "Thank God I never actually went through with it," but that means nothing to me. He tried. He put in the effort. He met up with women. The only reason nothing happened was because he got scammed, and now he wants to move on like it's in the past, but I just can't. I know I probably should have left him, especially considering this went on for 2 years. But I guess I was in a bad place emotionally and mentally. I still loved him, and I couldn't understand how he could hurt me like this and still say he loved me. I did nothing wrong. I gave him everything he needed and wanted, and now I'm the one who's completely messed up. I can't trust anything or anyone. I don't know how to move past this and give us a real chance. I'm terrified that he will do it again. I can't take that kind of pain another time. On top of that, we have kids who would be devastated if we broke up. But is it even possible to ever trust him again? What makes it even harder is that I've always been good to him, and the women he was talking to, no offense, but they were a major downgrade. I've been told I'm gorgeous, and I know men would go to great lengths to be with me, yet somehow I still feel like I wasn't enough for him. My confidence is shattered. My self-esteem is gone. I haven't told anyone about this because I'm so embarrassed. What do I do from here?